Welcome to Surrey Place Centre's Online Learning Opportunities. The School Support Program presents Characteristics of Autism and the Classroom. Every student with an autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, is unique, with their own individual strengths and abilities. Like all of us, these students have skills, interests, hobbies, favorite people, and places. If we can capitalize on these interests and abilities, we can help students with an ASD to be successful in the classroom. In this module, we will focus on the issues that affect students with classic autism, on the more severe end of the autism spectrum disorder continuum. Students with autism often process visual information more easily. Classrooms tend to be set up for giving oral instructions, but you may find if you add a visual component to your directions, be it a photo, drawing, text, a physical gesture, some students, especially those with autism, may suddenly start to understand, remember, participate, and follow instructions better. Using visuals, that is, something concrete that a student can see to help illustrate what is being said, may also benefit other students in the class who have other exceptionalities, such as a learning disability, issues with maintaining attention, behavioral issues, are learning English as a second language, or are just finding a task challenging. Some students with autism have difficulty transferring skills, concepts, and rules to new situations, people, or places. As a result, they function better in a school and classroom environment that has stable and predictable routines. For most of us, if we have learned to make change in math class at school, we can also make change at the corner store. If one teacher tells us, "No talking in class," we assume that this applies to other classrooms with other teachers too. Students with autism may not be able to make these leaps. This means that if one teacher tells them there is no yelling in the hall, they will likely have to be told again when they are in the cafeteria, the library, and music class, while being supervised by a different teacher. A skill may also not transfer, as some students with autism tend to focus on small and often irrelevant details, making it look like they haven't learned or may have regressed. For this reason, learning needs to happen in multiple locations with different people and many opportunities for practice in order for the skill to be useful outside of the context it was originally learned. Students with autism may surprise you by having skills or abilities that are much more advanced than would be expected compared to their performance in other areas. For example, they may be able to read fluently, possibly above grade level, but not demonstrate comprehension. Students with ASD can display variable performance depending on the subject, skill, or task. They often have good spatial awareness. These students are visual learners. They learn by practice and routine, often having exceptional rote memories. Some have an eye for detail. Clear, concrete illustrations of rules and expectations work best for these students. Mathematical computation and spelling may be strengths. Facts and knowledge-based subjects may be preferred. Many students with autism have an intense interest that can be used to motivate them. Their tendency to learn exactly as they were taught can make abstract thought or applying skills difficult. For example, the student may be able to tell you what 2 plus 2 is, but be stumped if you ask them for the sum of 2 and 2. These students may appear to understand more than they actually do. Challenges with making inferences and interpreting the motivation of characters in a story may cause poor creative writing. They may deal with math problems the same way every time and have trouble changing their thinking or approach if their solution doesn't work. Copying from the blackboard, organizing on a page, getting seat work started, identifying the steps, engaging with and completing work are all also challenging for these students. Graphic organizers, outlines, supportive computer technology, and checklists can be valuable tools to help students with organization and planning. Autism is associated with a triad of characteristics that affect how a student communicates, interacts with others, and functions in their environment. Many students also experience sensitivities and/or anxiety. Although these issues are not part of the diagnostic criteria, they are commonly accepted as part of autism. Although all students with autism have symptoms related to these 3 areas, the impact is different for each student. The severity of the symptoms, effect on cognitive abilities, and how they cope within the school are all individual. No 2 students are affected in exactly the same way. Autism affects what a student says and how they interpret interactions with others. Most of us usually accurately interpret other people's feelings and intentions, even when they are giving us mixed signals, because we observe their body language, facial expressions, and the context of the situation. Students with autism may miss subtle but crucial elements of communication, making the rules and social use of language a challenge. A student with autism may have little interest in interacting with others, even if they have spoken language. They may not approach others, their speech may sound unusual, they may repeat what they hear. Abstract language, such as slang and idioms, are difficult for these students. This is because they appear to take the words you use very literally. These communication difficulties can look like noncompliance or opposition in the classroom. For example, when told to think outside the box, the student may respond by telling you they're not in a box, or actually look for the box. It may seem like the student is stalling, resistant to doing the work, or challenging the teacher's authority, which can be frustrating, but it's important to remember this is part of the student's language challenges and isn't intentional. Students with autism can have difficulty interacting with others. In fact, one of the earliest indicators of autism is the lack of using social language. In contrast to children with communication disorders, students with autism tend not to attempt to compensate using other forms of communication. Very young children point, show, or take their parent to see what interests them. When a child points and says, "Doggy," to their mom, it isn't because they think that their mom doesn't know what a dog is. They do this because they want to say, "Hey, look, Mom, there's a dog over there. Isn't that cool?" This is called joint attention, and it is social. Children with autism often explore their world alone. Young children learn by watching others. They observe how others navigate the environment, how they act, the rules they follow, then they imitate what they have seen. Social relationships can be difficult for students with autism. They may not respond when another child tries to interact with them, or they may respond, but with a greater time delay than expected. Sometimes they respond, but not as we would expect, such as very bluntly telling someone what they are thinking, totally disregarding how it may make the other person feel. They may respond to others in ways that can make the student appear as though they are not recognizing that other people have thoughts, feelings, and experiences different from their own. Reading nonverbal cues, such as posture, negotiating, problem-solving, and resolving conflicts, are all challenging for these students. For them, things may be seen in extremes, black or white, with no gray areas. Commenting on what is going on at the time may be a challenge. Some students may not comment at all, while other comments may seem inappropriate given the context. They may only want to talk about their own interests and walk away if you change the topic or keep talking about dinosaurs, even after the other person has shown they are not interested. They may barge in on a private conversation or interrupt to talk about something completely unrelated. There may be a little give and take in the conversation, with the student talking more at you than to you. These students don't grasp the unspoken social rules that most of us have picked up on, but were never taught. Autism is associated with atypical behavior. Students with autism may display a degree of inflexibility. While some may deal well with change, others may not be able to cope with even small changes in the environment that are below our radar. They may attempt to reestablish the routine by insisting that it be followed as usual. They can have odd or repetitive movements like hand flapping, toe walking, or hair twirling. They may not play or use toys in the way they were intended. For example, they may spin the wheels of a toy car rather than rolling it. They may seem to lack imagination, such as seeing a paper towel roll as only for holding paper towel and not as a telescope, a megaphone, or a flute. They may have odd or restricted, all-encompassing interests like fans, dinosaurs, hockey stats, or anything the color red. These students are detail-oriented. They may not be motivated by the same things that motivate their peers, such as task completion or teacher approval. Often, in order to make tasks meaningful for the student, individualized, effective rewards, often related to the student's interests, need to be available and provided in their immediate environment. These rewards need to be checked regularly to ensure the student still finds them motivating. Some, but not all students with autism, will also have some degree of difficulty regulating sensory information, and the impact of this can vary widely. They may become overwhelmed by what seems to us like a manageable amount of sensory input. The stimulation in a regular classroom can feel crushing for these students. You can imagine a busy, hectic, or crowded environment like the hall during class change can cause a student with autism to shut down. If you are really sensitive to sounds and commotion, think about what a fire drill would be like. Some students cope by wearing tight clothes, others need tags removed or only wear certain fabrics. Some will not tolerate touch at all, and others have no response to something that should be painful. These sensitivities are individual. It is important to be aware of signs of stress in your student. If possible, manage the environment to reduce or eliminate the impact of stressful stimuli and identify situations, events, or activities that could be overwhelming. To help the student manage these issues, it is important to teach them to recognize their own stress level. When possible, students with autism need to be taught coping skills and ways to calm themselves. Some students will go to great lengths to reduce sensory input. Much like the difficulties processing sensory information, students with autism may also feel anxious and not have the skills to cope with their anxiety. Imagine not being tolerant of change, feeling bombarded by the environment, trying to follow the teacher's directions, but experiencing difficulty comprehending the oral instructions, wanting to interact with others, but not knowing how. Any combination of multiple stressors can result in increased anxiety. Many students do not have the skills to calm themselves in anxious situations. The more stress the student is under, the greater the need for a stable routine. When the student is already anxious, following established routines can help decrease anxiety. Visual supports can aid student understanding and organization. Having a safe place to go in times of stress is beneficial for some students. Accommodations like a quiet work environment, extra time, alternatives to handwriting such as using a computer or doing an oral report, and extra support can also help. Some of the keys to success with students with autism that have been touched upon in this module are: have clear, predictable routines, be consistent, reduce anxiety, modulate sensory input, use visual supports, ensure students have a means to communicate, provide order, logic, and frameworks, help with transitions and change, be concrete, explicitly teach key concepts across settings, materials, and people. For more information about ASD, listen to one of our other online learning modules.